In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a workspace in ClickUp 4.0. By the end, you'll have a brand new workspace up and running, tailored to the kind of work you do, with the right tools and features enabled so you can jump straight into organizing tasks. I'll walk you through the exact flow in ClickUp 4.0, explain why each choice matters, and share simple tips to help you set things up thoughtfully the first time. We'll start from your account's main view, open the Workspace menu, create a new workspace, answer a few quick setup questions, choose the integrations and features that make sense for your team, give your new space a name, and finish by creating a sample task to confirm everything is working smoothly. Once you're logged into ClickUp, you'll typically land in whichever workspace you last opened. That's perfectly fine. We just need to move from here to the place where ClickUp lets us add a new workspace. In the newest interface, look toward the top left of your screen. You should see the workspace control there. It may be labeled Workspace, or show your current workspace name, sometimes alongside an icon. Clicking it opens the options that let you manage or switch workspaces. The location is designed to be quick to access wherever you are in the app, so you don't have to dig through settings. Go ahead and click on Workspace in that top left area. When you click, a small drop-down menu will appear. This is where you can view your current workspace details, switch to a different one, or, in our case, create a new one. Look toward the bottom of that drop-down panel for an option that says Create Workspace. Click that to kick off the guided setup. This starts a short onboarding flow. It's intentionally lightweight. ClickUp uses it to tailor your new workspace to the kinds of work you're doing, so you don't have to do a lot of manual configuration later. As soon as you hit Create Workspace, ClickUp will ask a couple of quick questions to better understand how you plan to use this new space. These aren't just for show. They influence recommended defaults, suggested templates, and which features are highlighted for you. The first question is about your use case. Think of this as the overarching reason you need a workspace. Are you managing projects across a team? Coordinating cross-functional initiatives? Running operations or support? If you're unsure, pick the option that best describes the majority of your work. It doesn't lock you into anything forever. ClickUp simply uses it to streamline what you see next. After you select your general use case, you'll move on to a prompt about what you'll be managing inside this workspace. This is a little more specific than the first question and helps ClickUp shape recommendations around your day-to-day tasks. You'll see familiar categories like IT, software development, and marketing, among others. Pick whichever aligns with your team or project type. For example, if you're coordinating a development team's sprints and bug tracking, choose software development. If your primary focus is campaign planning, content calendars, and creative approvals, choose marketing. If you lean toward infrastructure support, tickets, and escalations, IT may be the right fit. These selections help ClickUp surface relevant features, views, and suggested structures, saving you time later when you're organizing folders and lists. Make your selection, then click Next. You'll likely have one more confirmation step here. Click Next again to continue. Don't worry, if you're unsure, you can refine things down the road, but this gets you started with a sensible foundation. Next, you'll be prompted to enter your email address as part of this setup. This step ties your new workspace to your account details and ensures that any workspace-specific notifications and invitations flow correctly. Enter your email carefully, as this is how ClickUp will associate you with the new workspace and, if applicable, guide you in bringing in teammates later. Keeping your account details accurate is important for permissions, mentions, and notifications in a collaborative environment. Now you'll reach a screen where ClickUp offers integrated tools. This is where you align your workspace with the external apps you already rely on. Integrations can pull data in, send updates out, and help prevent duplicate work across systems. Think about which tools your team uses for documents, communication, and spreadsheets. For example, if your team uses spreadsheet imports or you maintain data in Excel, choose the Excel and CSV option. That will make it easier to bring in existing lists or datasets without manual re-entry. If your organization collaborates in Microsoft Teams, select MS Teams so you can receive task notifications and share updates without leaving your chat environment. Clicking these options doesn't immediately configure everything. It simply tells ClickUp you're planning to connect those tools, and the workspace will be prepared with those pathways in mind. Pick the integrations that you know you'll use to enhance your flow. If your team shares resources via spreadsheets, Excel and CSV is a natural choice. If your daily communication hub is Teams, enabling MS Teams keeps your work visible where your conversations happen. Choose the integrations you intend to use now, then click Next to continue. The next section is about features. This is a key moment because choosing features shapes how your workspace behaves day to day. ClickUp gives you a lot of options here, enough to support a simple solo operation or a high-complexity program with multiple stakeholders. Scan the available toggles or tiles and think realistically about what you want your team to see and use right away. If you rely on precise estimates, budgets, or billable time, make sure you enable time tracking. With time tracking enabled, anyone can log hours against tasks, which is helpful for capacity planning, retrospective analysis, or generating reports. It's especially valuable if you invoice clients based on time worked or need to understand how much effort typical tasks really require. Next, enable Calendar. Calendar gives you a date-driven view of your tasks, so deadlines are easy to visualize. It's fantastic for planning sprints, campaigns, or any workload that's sensitive to start and due dates. With Calendar enabled, you'll be able to see tasks drop onto a timeline, making it easier to spot conflicts, balance workload, and communicate schedule expectations. There are many other features in this menu. ClickUp is powerful, but for this setup, we're focusing on the ones we've chosen here. You can always revisit your workspace settings later to add more capabilities as your process matures. For now, toggle on time tracking and calendar, confirm that the features you want are enabled, and then click. Next, to move forward. With those core decisions out of the way, ClickUp will invite you to name your space. This is the name that appears in your sidebar and in workspace navigation, so choose something distinctive and descriptive. If this workspace supports a specific department, use that department's name, like marketing or product delivery. If it's for a particular client, product line, or program, use a clear label such as Client A Workspace or Website Redesign. Good naming conventions make your environment easier to navigate for everyone. Keep it short, intuitive, and meaningful. You can also think about how this name will look alongside other spaces you might create later. Consistency helps. Enter your chosen name, make sure it's spelled correctly, and you're ready for the final step. Click Finish to complete the setup. ClickUp will create your new workspace with the preferences you've just provided. Behind the scenes, it applies your use case selection, aligns feature toggles, and preps the integrations you flagged earlier, so they're easy to connect. This part is quick. Once you see the main interface load with your new space in view, you're ready to start using it. To confirm everything is working as expected, let's add a simple task in your new workspace. Think of this as your smoke test. Create one quick item end to end so you have confidence that task creation, saving, and basic views are functioning correctly. In your new workspace, navigate to the default list or the primary view. ClickUp has prepared for you. You'll see an option to create a new task, usually a prominent button or an inline new task field, depending on the view. Click to add a task. Give it a concise name that reflects something you recognize, like Setup Project Structure or Draft Onboarding Checklist, and then add a short description if you'd like. If you enabled time tracking, you'll see fields or options related to logging time once the task is saved. If calendar is enabled, you can add a due date so it appears on your schedule. You don't need to fill out everything at this stage. The goal is just to confirm that the basics are there. Once you've entered the task name and any optional details you want to test, click Save. Your new task should appear immediately.